Hello viewers, I Muhammad Abdul Habib welcome you all to our application AIMS tutorial. In this video, we'll be discussing chapter 4 journal entries. Let us have a problem. Page number 37, question number 7. Generalize the following transactions. The transactions are given for the year 2014 for the month of March. The first transaction is given on 2014 March 1 as commenced business with cash 13,000 and stock 7,000. We'll be discussing all the transactions individually, and at the end of the video we'll see how our solution should appear. So here the heading will be taken as journal entries, and the format for journal entries is date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. Our problem is starting on 2014 March 1. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 1. Commenced business means the business has been started. The business has been started with an investment of cash 13,000 and stock worth rupees 7,000. So as per the rules of real account, whatever is coming into the business, it should be debited. So in this transaction, cash is coming into the business as well as stock is coming into the business. So cash will be debited and stock will be debited. So the journal entry will be cash account debit 13,000, stock account debit 7,000, to capital account 20,000. Whatever has been the investment done in the business, it will be termed as capital, and the narration will be being business started. So our first journal entry on 2014 March 1 is cash account debit 13,000, stock account debit 7,000, to capital account 20,000, and the narration is being business started. After completion of the journal entry, we'll draw a line like this in particulars column. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2014 March 2nd. Bought plant 5,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 2nd. Bought plant. Bought means the business is purchasing plant. So plant is coming into the business. So plant will be debited, and cash is going from the business. So cash will be credited. So the journal entry on 2014 March 2nd will be plant account debit 5,000 to cash account 5,000, and the narration will be being plant purchased. After completing the journal entry, again we'll be drawing a line. Next, coming to the next transaction, which is on 2014 March 3. Paid for postage 500 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 3. Paid for postage. It is an expenditure to the business. Cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited. And this time the cash is being paid for postage. So the name of the expenditure is postage. So postage will be debited and cash will be credited. So the journal entry on 2014 March 3 will be postage account debit 500 to cash account 500, and the narration will be being cash paid for postage. After completion of the journal entry, we'll draw a line like this. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2014 March 4. Withdrew cash for office use 1,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 4. Withdrew cash means cash is coming into the business for office use, and the amount is being withdrawn for official purpose. So bank will be the giver. So bank, as it is giver, it will be credited, and as cash is coming into the business, cash will be debited. So our journal entry on 2014 March 4 will be cash account debit 1,000 to bank account 1,000, and the narration will be being cash withdrawn for office use. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2014 March 5. Paid for sundry expenses 500 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 5. Paid for sundry expenses. It is an expenditure to the business. So cash is going from the business, cash will be credited, and the expenditure will be debited. So this time business is incurring expenditure towards sundry expenses. So sundry expenses will be debited and cash will be credited, and the journal entry on 2014 March 5 will be sundry expenses account debit 500 to cash account 500, and the narration will be being cash paid for sundry expenses. After completion of this journal entry, we'll draw a line. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2014 March 6. Paid into bank 10,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 6. Paid into bank. It means that the business is paying cash into bank. So cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited, and as bank is the receiver of the amount, bank will be debited. So our journal entry on 2014 March 6 will be bank account debit 10,000 to cash account 10,000, and the narration will be being cash paid into bank. After completion of the journal entry, we'll draw a line like this. Coming to our next and the last transaction for this problem, which is on 2014 March 7. Paid salaries 5,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2014 March 7. Paid salaries. It is an expenditure to the business. So cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited, and the name of the expenditure will be debited. This time the business is expending towards salary. So this time the name of the expenditure is salaries. So salaries will be debited, and cash will be credited. Earlier, the business has paid the amount for sundry expenses. Then the journal entry we have recorded was sundry expenses account debit to cash. This time the business is paying cash towards salary. So our journal entry will be salaries account debit to cash. So the journal entry on 2014 March 7 will be salaries account debit 5,000 to cash account 5,000, and the narration will be being salaries paid. After completion of the journal entry, we'll draw a line like this. So till now we discuss all the transactions individually. Now let us see how the solution should appear. The heading will be taken as journal entries, the format for which is date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. This was our first journal entry on 2014 March 1 as cash account debit 13,000, stock account debit 7,000 to capital account 20,000, followed by the narration being business started. After completion of the journal entry, we'll draw a line like this, and subsequent journal entries will be recorded one after the other, which is on March 2nd, March 3rd, March 4, March 5, March 6, and then the last journal entry was on March 7. With this, I conclude the session. Hope you have understood the topic. See you all in next video. Thank you.